there. Hope you're having an amazing day today. All right, everyone, welcome back. So, we have started our present tense series, right? Now, you have already seen the present simple tense being explained, that is, for routines and habits. That's probably on day one, and present continuous tense for what's happening now. Today, we are going to be learning about a tense that makes your English sound more fluent and more professional. Today's tense is present perfect tense, as you can see on the screen. And I already told that today is day 3 of our grammar series. And I want you to remember just one thing. Present perfect is equal to past action plus connection to now. It means it happened before, but it still matters today. Okay? So let's look at the topic identity here. All right. Obviously, the name of the grammar tool that we are going to discuss today is present perfect. Okay. And what it helps you to do is the most important question. It helps you to talk about your life experiences. That is in your life till now. What has happened in your life till now? And your recent actions with result. Remember that. Remember this word result. Also, unfinished time, for example, today, this week, or this month, in the sense something that has not completely, finished, or it still has that unfinished business to be taken care of. Okay, all right, great. Now, the next topic that we are going to look at is when to use it, obviously. When are you going to use it? Also, I like to call it as a decision trigger. You are going to actually use this tense when the action has happened before, but it matters now. All right, something that has already taken place before, but it very well matters now. Or you're talking about your experience, like ever and never, and things like that, or words like that. For example, I have never tried sushi, or have you ever been to Delhi? So these kind of question tags, and wherever you are kind of going to use the word ever and never, also you're looking at using this tense. Okay, along with you talk about something that has just happened. All right, like I have just reached home. It has just happened, right? So there also you're looking at using this tense. Fourthly, when time is not finished. What do you mean when time is not finished? It means that today there is there was a meeting, but it has not kind of finished. There is a possibility that meeting will go on to the next part of the day also. All right. For example, I have attended 2 meetings today, but the day is not yet finished. All right. It means time is not yet finished. That is where when you're going to use present perfect tense. Okay. I'm clear here because this is a very important point to keep in mind. When time is not finished, also you will be looking at using present perfect tense. Okay, this week or this month, etc. Now, a very important thing you need to know is when not to use it. You mention a finished past time like yesterday, last year, or 2 years ago. You're not going to use this tense. You mentioned finished time like yesterday I went out with my friend. You're not going to use this particular time because you're going to understand the formula when we are going to look at the this part in the sense build the sentence part. I'm going to let you know what is the formula for this particular tense, that is present perfect tense. All right, so you're not going to use this when you're not going to use it at the exact time of the past action. You will not mention when the time is finished, like yesterday, last year, or 2 days ago. You're not going to use at that point of time as well. All right, now because those are finished, so then we used simple past. That's going to come out in our past series. Okay, past series, or when we are looking at that grammatical tool, we are going to talk about the past as a tense or as a time, and we are going to deep dive into that section. However, you need to keep in mind that when the actions are already finished, you're not going to use present perfect tense. Okay, great. Let's go on. Now, a shortcut question to you guys, that is, you'll be asking yourself, you should be asking yourself, am I focusing on the result, or am I focusing on the experience till now? If yes, if your answer to yourself is yes, I'm focusing on the result, or I'm focusing on letting someone know about the experience that has happened, or the experience that I felt during a particular period of time. Now, then you will be looking at using this tense. Okay. If it is a result, as I told you, or experience till now, you're going to look at this using this tense exactly. Now, if it's the exact past time, then you shouldn't be using this tense. Obviously, you should be using simple past. Okay, I hope I'm clear here, because I tried my best to get this part of information through you. All right, so you are going to look at using present perfect tense only if it's in reference to result along with experience till now. All right, great. Now, let's look at this very important section, that is meaning first. Again and again, I kept telling you from the, for the last the tenses as well, that is for simple present and present continuous as well. Please do not go for meaning first. Don't go for the form first, but take the route of understanding the meaning first. For example, present perfect means what? Okay, what does it mean? It means some action has happened before, okay, and it matters until now as well. All right, next, this is my experience till today. Here also, if these bulleted points are kind of coming in your way when you're using this tense, then you're at the right way. Then it means that you have understood the meaning of this. All right, great. Now, let's look at how exactly this tense gives you the importance of understanding feeling and intention as well. All right, feeling and intention means, it is pretty much updated, experienced, or complete, or on the basis of professional level as well. For example, I have finished my homework. Okay, now moving on to build the sentence formula. As I told you, this is a formula, right? For example, subject plus have or has plus the past participle, that is your verb in verb 3 form, plus an object. Okay, again, in reference to the other series as well, optional time. Okay, time is pretty optional, in the sense words like already, just, yet, ever, never is optional. For example, I have completed my homework. All right, I have completed my homework already also can be a sentence, but it is optional. It is optional. All right, let's look at certain key parts for this, guys. Key parts is very important. I want you to understand that when you're looking at key parts, I have given you a whole explanation. That is part 1, subject, where you can be using I, you, we, they, he, she, it. Part 2, in the sense this part, is nothing but have and has as your auxiliary verbs. And part 3 is your past participle, or your verb in the 3 form. Okay, great. Have or has rule. Now, what is the have or has rule, guys? What is the have or has rule? Okay, the have or has rule is that if the subject is I, you, we, or they, you must pretty much use have. Now, if the subject is he, she, or it, you have to look at using has. Very simple, right? Great. Let's look at the negative form. Would you understand my negative form? Negative form is when obviously the not word comes into action. Okay, let's look at that. So when the negative form comes in, your subject is there. Have not, has not. Okay, the have takes a extra word that is not. The has also takes a extra word that is not. So have not, has not, plus verb 3. So I have not eaten yet. See, eaten is the verb 3. She, as I told you here, can you look at this? She, okay, where is that? Yes, the she, I'm not able to actually find it here. However, she takes it. Yeah, it's here. She takes has. I told you, right? If the subject is she, he, or it, your auxiliary verb automatically changes to has. You have to remember all this. Okay, so she has not called me. This is the negative form of present perfect tense. Now the question form, again, to tell you, I have already told you in the last session as well. Okay, subject moves to after auxiliary verb, that is in the question form. Okay, have. Okay, have, subject comes here now. But look at this. Okay, look at this example. The subject is here and have is here. Okay, but it's not a question form, it is a statement form. That is why. But when you're looking at a question form, your have and has move forward, and then it's followed by your subject and verb 3 form. It is very easy. Have you finished? Has he arrived? It's pretty simple, guys. You just have to understand when you have to use have and has. And as I told you just here, you can go, rewind the video back, and you can actually relate with the concept again. Because I'm not going to continue with that. I have a lot of other concepts to cover. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next very important topic, and that is your three core patterns. Let's look at that as well. Okay, most common uses. All right. So pattern one is in completed action. That is, I told you, need to keep this word result in your mind. Okay. Now, I have dash. You have completed an action. I have done my homework. Very easy. A very simple sentence. She has reached home. I told you she takes the auxiliary verb has. I takes the auxiliary verb have. So she has reached home. All right. Pattern 2, more natural in the sense elaborated word form. For example, I have never ever. Okay. I have never tried sushi. Me too. I have never tried it. Okay. Next, have you ever been to Delhi? All right. This also, again, I told you it's a question form. That is the reason why your auxiliary verb is here. And then your subject, and we added that extra. What is that extra? This word ever. Have you ever been to Delhi? Right. Pattern 3 is a bit stronger, and it's an advanced pattern wherein you're just going to kind of use words like already, just, and yet. Okay. Right. Let's look at some examples. I have already finished it. Correct? I have already finished it. She has just come. You can just say she has come. But using just, emphasizes on the way you kind of speak fluently. That's all is the difference. However, you can just delete that just if you want. I have not done it yet. Okay. Now you can actually, as I told you, you can finish your sentence here. I have not done it. Sorry for the diagram. Okay. I have not done it. You added yet, so it feels like okay, the English is going somewhere a bit more accentuated, or it looks like the person already knows how to use these words in simple sentences as well. I have done it is a simple sentence. I have not done it yet. If you add yet, only this simple word actually causes a sense of feeling where the person or the third person listening to you thinks that okay, they actually know how to use these kind of words. All right, so that's the only difference. However, please start small. Okay, because small words like already, just, yet make you sound very natural. All right, great. Let's move on to some examples here in relation to daily life. I have finished my breakfast. I have not, this is a negative statement. I have not cleaned my room. You can stop here, but I prefer to use yet in the last. Okay. I have, I'm sorry, I have not cleaned my room yet. Office or work premises. How are you going to use your present perfect tenses? I have sent the email already. Look at this. You can actually stop here. I have sent the email. But when you just add already, it makes a whole lot of difference. I have sent the email already. She has joined the meeting. Okay. Social or WhatsApp. What social or WhatsApp in the sense, you can use, you also can keep an eye on when you're using these tenses and get better at them. So I have just reached. All right. Have you seen my message? Okay. Another form of question tag where you can see auxiliary verb taking the primary place, followed by your subject and then your core message. All right. All right. Great. Notice one thing, that present perfect sounds best when there is a clear result or an outcome which is connected to now. Okay. Whatever you've been working on, it is connected to now in the form of a result. Okay, so that is the whole concept. Let's look at the contrast corner for today. What do you mean by contrast corner? It is where we kind of understand where a person can get confused with this particular tense. Okay, it is often confused with past simple. The difference in one line is, let's see, present perfect is past action plus result now, right? What is present perfect? I told you it is a result now plus your past action. Okay, time is not kind of important, but simple past is finished action, but time is very important. That is exact past time. They need to know the exact past time. The sentences kind of call to that, to that point where the time is very important. However, when you look at present perfect as a tense, your past action is there, but the result now is very important. Okay, great. Let's look at an example pair where I have got a finished time, that is past, simple past, and experience till now, that is present perfect. Okay, this is just to show you the contrast where exactly learners kind of get confused. All right, I have watched that movie, so I is there, subject is there, have is there, and your object is there. So I have watched that movie. This is present perfect, right? Present perfect, I have watched that movie. Now let me just tell you what is the difference when it comes to past, simple past. I watched that movie yesterday. Okay, so I watched that movie yesterday means it's a finished time. It's a finished time. This is an experience until now. That is, I have watched that movie. All right, I hope you get me here. All right, let's look at using the base verb instead of, I'm sorry, common mistakes. So this is a part wherein we are going to deal with common mistakes. Exactly. Okay. So mistake one is using the base verb instead of past participle. In the sense, look at the sentence here. I have seen that movie before. It's wrong. It's incorrect. The correct is I have seen. Okay, verb three. That movie before. Right. Because see, the reason here is present perfect. Okay, present perfect always needs have or has as their auxiliary verb. Okay, they need have or has as their auxiliary verb along with the verb 3, that is seen. That is why it's the correct form. Mistake number 2, wrong helping verb. Again, something very common many of us go through when we are at the learning curve. Okay, so incorrect is she have done. No, I told you when he she it comes, it this have becomes into has, right? It changes to has. So the correct version is she has done an amazing job. Has. Okay. Use has with, as I told you, he, she, it. And have with I, you, we, and they. Okay. I think that's pretty easy to understand. The next part is forgetting. Okay. Forgetting the helping verb in the question. Now that's very, even sounds funny. For example, the incorrect sentence is, how long have you lived here? How long you lived here? How long you lived here? Many people talk like this, guys. Keep it in mind. Many people talk like this. How long you lived here? They forget about have. They forget the auxiliary verb. That's a very big mistake. Okay. So the correct version is, how long have you lived here? Because it is the, I told you, it is the form here. It is the core form, or it's the formula, guys. It's the formula. When you're kind of asking a question, you need to understand that you cannot forget the helping verb. Please don't forget the helping verb in your questions. Next, mistake number 4, confusing irregular past participles. In the sense, incorrect sentence looks like this: he has took my notebook. No, he has taken. See here, taken is the V3 form of take. Am I right? Taken is the V3 form of take. That is why this took is incorrect. So taken has to come in the place of took, or it has to be substituted there, because some verbs have special V3 forms. So taken has to come here, only then it sounds correct. Next, the fifth one is mixing. Okay, what is the fifth one? I'm sorry, mixing up since and for. This is something very very common, because many people don't know this as well, but it's okay. I'm just going to tell you what it means. Incorrect version sounds like this: I have worked here since 5 years. Many people know since is not used for a long time. Many people don't know, I'm sorry. All right, so the correct version is, I have worked here for 5 years. All right, let's look at the explanation. Use since for a starting point, guys. Use since for a starting point, like since 2018, since Monday, since morning, short time. But use for a longer duration, like 5 years, 2 hours, a long time. Okay, so that is why this particular sentence is correct. A micro conversation here. All right, look at the situation. If someone asks you, have you finished your work? How are you going to answer in present perfect tense? How are you going to answer? You're going to say that, yes, I have. Already finished it. Okay, great. Then the person A says, great. Have you? Okay, have you sent? As I told you, have you sent is the question format. That is why auxiliary verb is coming here, subject is coming here, right? Great. Have you sent the email? Now, the person B says, not yet. I'll send it right now. Okay, great. A speaking extension tip, again, I'm telling you, is to add these words already, just, yet. Why? To obviously sound more natural and fluent. Let's look at some practice questions, okay, quickly. Now it's your turn, guys. What I again want you to do is pause the video here, please. Go ahead and do this assignment for yourself. Fill in these blanks all by yourself. I have dashed my breakfast. She has dashed the assignment. I have not dashed yet. Have you ever dashed? I have just dashed. Okay. Another section is the guided practice session. Again, all these are under the guided practice sessions as well. What I just want you to do is convert it into present perfect. That's all. I finished my homework. Convert it. I finished my homework. Make it a negative, in the sense, make it into a question mark, but you have to follow the negative form that I just spoke about earlier. Okay, then make it a question. Sorry, this part is make it a question. This is not the one. Okay, this is not the one. This is where you're going to make this into a question. This sentence, you're going to convert it into a question. That is, have you done the task? Sorry, I actually gave you the answer. Sorry, you have done the task, so you have to change it into a question. Very simple. Okay, please do these exercises. Pause the video and kindly do these, because it's going to help you in the long run. I'm just telling you that again and again, guys. Okay, let's look at the third practice part for today. Okay, now personalizing is very important for everyone, because it talks about your own experiences, your own methodologies to use these particular tenses. So one line about you, it can be an achievement or it can be a result. One line about today, unfinished time. Always keep in mind, unfinished time is something that you need to relate with when you're using present perfect tense. I have dashed today. One line using ever or never. Please do that. Okay, again, you need to pause it here. Okay, take the time and finish these questions. Now, 40-second speaking task. All right, speak 6 lines using present perfect tense. Also, you can do it after the session as well. There is a model answer here. I'm just going to highlight it. Obviously, I'm not going to read it out because I have no time, guys. All right, you just have to again pause the video here and try to wrap your heads around these sentences. Please go ahead and read them aloud in order to relate with the concept on a deeper level. Now, there is a very small section known as the self-check section, in the sense, did you use, or if you ask this question to yourself, it will sound like this. Did I use have or has correctly? Did I use verb 3 correctly? Did I avoid yesterday or last year? Because these are finished, right? So they fall under simple past tense. Okay. Did I avoid yesterday or last year? Avoid these words when you're kind of using, present perfect tense. All right. Is the meaning connected to present in the sense result? Do you have a kind of a result here? All right, you just have to keep in mind all these kind of things that you have to really keep in mind. When I just spoke about result, it has to be result oriented. Only then you're looking at using present perfect as your tense or your communication tool. Great. Now again, to give you a very small recap, use present perfect when you want to talk about the past actions, but with a result or experience. Okay, so in the next upcoming lesson, we are going to be talking about present perfect continuous that ends our present tense. Okay, then we are going to obviously start the past tense. So a mini call to action is practice present perfect sentences and speak about them daily, guys. All right, only then you will kind of see that particular difference, and you will stop getting confused using these time tools. All right, so if you're learning with us on YouTube, this lesson is a part of our free grammar series. If you want guided practice and step by step confidence building, you can join us through the free course link in the description, guys. Remember, start free, continue only when you feel ready. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is a beautiful day, and have a great day ahead.